Let's talk some NFL where Aaron Rodgers is hoping his time on the field surpasses 4 snaps. If it does, the expectations for the Jets are big. Some saying that this could be one of the most talented teams Aaron Rodgers has ever been on. It's a lot of pressure on not only Rodgers, but on his OC that he brought in, Nathaniel Hackett. Rodgers was asked by SiriusXM's Adam Shine why Jets fans should trust his OC.
Well, you should trust me, and I trust Nathaniel. So, to me, that's the end of the story. There's been a lot of BS that's been said out there. There's a lot of things that have gone on the last couple of years that he's dealt with that I think he's handled very professionally. And at the end of the day, I think you got to trust him and I's working relationship and the conversations that we have.
Ooh, all right. This one's interesting. Stephen A., you want to kick us off here? Do you think Jets fans should trust Rodgers and Hackett?
To me, that's not really the question. And Shannon, I'm glad you're sitting down. Brace yourself for this. I agree with every word that Aaron Rodgers said. I'm going to repeat myself. I agree with every word that Aaron Rodgers said. I shouldn't say every word. I'm not talking about Nathaniel Hackett. I'm talking about when he says, trust me, meaning Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the National Football League, one of the greatest talents we've ever seen. Yes, he's coming off of the ACL. Yes, he's coming off the Achilles. Yes, he's turning 41 in December. But we know what this brother brings to the table. And that dude, Nathaniel Hackett, happens to be his guy. Now, let me state this for Aaron Rodgers, and he's going to have to accept this. Most people associated with football or talking to those who are associated with football thinks Nathaniel Hackett is awful. They don't believe he has any business being a head coach, which he is not. And they don't believe he has any business being an offensive coordinator. And you, Aaron Rodgers, must understand that there are leaks emanating out of Florham Park, where the New York Jets facilities are, that have stated on numerous occasions you will change Nathaniel Hackett's play calling at the line of scrimmage. So you have to deal with that. Having said that, I'm the New York Jets. Well, the last time I made the playoffs was the last time Aaron Rodgers attended and actually won a Super Bowl, which was 2010. It is 14 years since the New York Jets have made the playoffs. You're in no position to challenge Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers says that that's the guy he wants, then that's what he wants. We can point to an Alan Lazard and a Randall Cobb and say they had 28 catches and only 2 touchdowns. That wasn't Aaron Rodgers throwing them the damn football. That was Zach Wilson. Thank God they upgraded to Tyrod Taylor as a backup now. But it wasn't like Aaron Rodgers was throwing them the football. I'm saying to you, if this man is behind center because of your history of ineptitude and futility and downright football abomination, you are in no position, if you're the New York Jets, to deviate from what Aaron Rodgers wants, so long as Aaron Rodgers is on that field to deliver it for you. If he says that's the guy he wants, then so be it. Aaron Rodgers just needs to appreciate that you're the only thing keeping Nathaniel Hackett unemployed. Because if it weren't for you, chances are he wouldn't have a job in the NFL, because that's how little is thought of him. Nathaniel Hackett has something to do with that. And there's no question about it. But because it's Aaron Rodgers and because he's expected behind center, Shannon, if that man says to me, y'all need to chill out and relax, because I'm here and I'm telling you, I want him and I need him. And if you don't trust him, trust me, I can live with that, because the Jets don't have a better option. That's where I'm at with it, Shannon.
I'm not there with you. Had Nathaniel Hackett call plays in Green Bay, I would be with you. I would trust him. Had Nathaniel Hackett calling plays in Denver look competent, I would trust you. When he calling plays last year with no Aaron Rodgers, I would trust you. I've seen him call plays. I've not seen him call plays in Green Bay. He didn't call plays. He got the job in Denver because it was supposed to be a package deal. He went to Denver, and he was god-awful. There's no way around it, Stephen A. Smith. He was god-awful calling plays in Denver. And he wasn't much better last year. That's why the leaks keep emanating, that they wanted him gone. But because, like you said, he's Aaron Rodgers' guy, and we want to keep Aaron happy, he's gainfully employed. No, I do not trust Nathaniel Hackett. And like I said, had he been calling plays for Aaron in Green Bay, I said, okay, yeah, I saw him call plays in Green Bay. But he didn't. He didn't call one play. And when he was in Denver, he was calling plays that were terrible. So, no, unfortunately, Stephen A., if you want to say you want to trust Aaron Rodgers, I will concede that. It's been a while. Going to see how Aaron comes back off this Achilles injury. But no, I do not trust Nathaniel Hackett. Absolutely not.
Hold it, man. I mean, I need your ears checked. Ain't nobody told you to trust Nathaniel Hackett. I didn't say that. I ain't trying to apply that at all, Shannon. I ain't say trust that man. I'm saying if Aaron Rodgers said, don't worry about him, trust me, I'm trusting Aaron Rodgers. And then here's the point, Shannon. I'll throw this back to you. I'm going to throw this back to you because you know.
Okay.
You see, Shannon, when you point out he was an awful play caller in Denver, right? And he didn't call the plays in Green Bay. And now we're hearing that Aaron Rodgers was resistant to the Jets hiring somebody to be over Nathaniel Hackett. Basically, what Aaron Rodgers is saying, I don't want anybody over him because I'm over him, and I don't want anybody else over me. I'll call the damn plays. And I'm telling you, I trust Aaron Rodgers to call plays. I can trust Aaron Rodgers. Can you trust Aaron Rodgers to call plays? I think you can.
We know he has 4 MVPs. I agree with you. Stephen A.
Right.
He's one of the historic quarterbacks in NFL history. But when the rubber needs to meet the road, he been this big.
Okay, that's fair. Hold on, Shannon. That's fair. But I got a question, because again, you would notice. That's why I got Shay in the house. Yo, check this out, bro. Are you telling me? Wait a minute. What about Matt LaFleur in Green Bay? Wasn't he calling some plays? I mean, that was Aaron Rodgers. That wasn't him. I wasn't thinking about no Nathaniel Hackett. That was Matt LaFleur.
Think about it. Look at Matt LaFleur when he had Jordan Love last year. How about them plays he called it? He didn't have Aaron Rodgers. How Jordan Love look? Now,
he looked great.
How did Nathaniel Hackett look calling plays? Anywhere.
Awful. But listen, that's not my point. What I'm saying is when Aaron Rodgers was in Green Bay with Matt LaFleur, it wasn't Nathaniel Hackett's calling plays, but it wasn't Aaron Rodgers either. Wasn't Matt LaFleur calling plays?
It was Matt LaFleur calling plays. But you got to remember, Matt LaFleur was calling plays, but Aaron did not play well against 49ers. He did not play well against Tampa Bay. He did not play well, Stephen A.
Okay.
He did not. There's no way around that.
But wait a minute. But wait a minute. There's a difference between San Francisco and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, Jordan Love looked great, but that was against the Cowboys.
Hold on,
a lot of people look great against the Cowboys in the postseason.
Stephen A.
Aaron Rodgers got beat by Jimmy G.
Stephen A. Can I ask you a question? I'm going to assume, being on this program with you, that you're not super high, separate from Aaron Rodgers, on Nathaniel Hackett as a play caller, correct?
Super high?
I said I'm assuming you're not.
I'm super low on Nathaniel Hackett.
Okay, thank you. So what I'm trying to say to you,
super low on Nathaniel Hackett.
So what are you arguing right now? That Aaron Rodgers is so great that the offensive coordinator doesn't matter?
That I'm saying to you, because it's the Jets, if Aaron Rodgers says, because that's what preempted the segment, if Aaron Rodgers says, don't worry about that, trust me, I'm saying I can do that. I can trust Aaron Rodgers. I can't trust Nathaniel Hackett, but I damn sure can trust him. The Jets haven't done anything to earn our trust.
How much does the play caller matter to be successful in the NFL, regardless of the quarterback? Break it down for me.
It matters a hell of a lot.
Good question.
Good
question.
I think the thing is what Stephen A. said, Molly, is because the Jets, you haven't been to the playoffs in 14 years. You should take anything you can get. If I want to be the offensive coordinator, Stephen A. Smith, you haven't been in 14 years, and Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback, be happy. Be happy, because what else have you had to cheer and celebrate other than missing the playoffs? But I'm gonna disagree. I can't go all in with Aaron on this one. I just can't.
Right. From a literal perspective, I might tweak it here and there, but the spirit of what Shannon Sharpe just articulated is 1,000% correct. The spirit of it is 1,000. Who the hell are the Jets to sit up there and say, well, we know better than Aaron Rodgers? Nathaniel Hackett's a different argument. But if Aaron Rodgers sits up there and says, and remember, he prefaced his comments by saying, forget Nathaniel, trust me. He said, trust me.
You know what? I think that's what you
I get.
Look,
if he's going to be on the field, I'm trusting him.
You gravitated towards Stephen A. I think that's what pulled you in. I think that one line that pulled you in, you resonated with it, and that's what really got you. Yeah, more so than the Nathaniel Hackett piece. Yeah, go ahead, Shay.
OC matters because look at Kyle Shanahan, what he got Jimmy G. He got to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G. He got to the Super Bowl with Mr. Irrelevant and Brock Purdy. And look at some of the guys that he was winning games with when Jimmy G was injured. So play calling absolutely matters. Now, when you're dealing with a historic figure, like an Aaron Rodgers, like a Brady, like a Manning, sometimes they can overcome. But you need guys that can consistently put you in the right play, in the right formation at the right time. And a lot of it comes down to calling plays when they absolute matter in the fourth quarter. You're down or you're up and you need to keep the ball. Can you make sure you're putting the quarterback in the best position to succeed? We haven't seen Nathaniel Hackett do that.
Yeah, and I'm going to take it a step further, Shannon and Stephen A., and I think you'll agree with this. I personally feel like the jury's still out on the head coach, too. Like, I know how talented this defense is, and obviously they brought in parts on offense. They tried to shore up the line. Aaron Rodgers will be healthy, all that, et cetera. But we don't even know, if he's a good head coach yet.
Well, the fact of the matter is that we don't. You're absolutely right, Molly. But he came there as a defensive mind. You got Hassan Reddick that you just added there right now. He's got 50.5 sacks over the last 4 seasons, ranking 4th in the NFL, led the NFL with 13 forced fumbles since 2020. So you got to give credit where credit. The defense is going to be elevated, and that's his signature. What he was brought there for, what got him a head coaching job, that side of the football is strong for the New York Jets. You need an offensive mind, but you went and got a brilliant offensive mind in a star quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, and so now you look at the improvement of the offensive line, Tyron Smith, right, and Moses and Morgan Moses, both of them there. Even though Tyron Smith has missed 37 of his last 67 games, and Moses played with a torn pec last season, you still got them there. Plus, you drafted an offensive line, so it's considered vastly improved. Your running game should improve. Your pass protection should improve. We'll see what happens, but it comes down to Aaron Rodgers being on the field, and if that's what it comes down to, then why not put it in his hands? He the damn savior, right? Put it in his hands. Yeah. Make sure you got somebody backed up in case he gets hurt, so you don't have to rely on Nathaniel Hackett to call plays for Tyrod Taylor if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt again. You don't want that. But if Aaron Rodgers is behind center, hell with Nathaniel Hackett. Keep him there. Let him go get some water. Let him go make him feel good, give him a massage and all of that other stuff in between possessions. Okay.
But Molly, Stephen A., but you know what Aaron just did? True. What? He just put all the pressure on himself. What? We cannot blame Nathaniel Hackett.
Think of an example, I know we got to get to break, of a situation where it was a top-tier quarterback like a Peyton Manning, like a Tom Brady, where there wasn't a strong OC and they won a Super Bowl. I know I'm putting you on the spot here. Nothing came to mind for me.
Good question, Molly. Good question.
Yeah. We can marinate on that during the commercial break.
But see those guys. I mean, Manning and Brady are so great. They were able to overcome. They were the system.
Yeah,
they're the system.
Yeah. Yep.
We're gonna find out a lot about Aaron Rodgers this year.
This is a new system too. It's not like he's been here forever. We're not still in Green Bay, so there's that factor as well. So new chemistry, all that.